Alright, welcome back to Resident Evil 0. In this video, we're going to finish up the chapel portion of this game. And in this video are, I would say, two sections that have been the scariest part of the game for me so far. Because as soon as I got to them while I was practicing this, I was like, oh, I fucked myself. I fucked myself sending Rebecca up top. But I didn't really. There's, I would say, no real perfect way to do this. That guy is faking it, so kill him. Kill him dead. Also, this zombie is my favorite, because every time you shoot him, he just bonks his head on the ground. He just goes bonk, bonk, bonk. That's pretty great. It just, like, resets his animation or something. I don't quite know. So this is the key item that we need to get right now in this room. And then there's a bunch of handgun bullets, which we are about to need. But yeah, I guess you could have, like, overpowered Rebecca in this part and sent her up there with Billy's shotgun or the grenade launcher. I probably could have done that, but I don't know. She wouldn't have had as many spaces to deal with. You would have had to have the hook shot in there and the grenade launcher or the shotgun, so I'm fine with what I did. It just is very scary in the moment, and you'll see what I'm talking about in a couple of minutes. So this here needs something put in it. Obviously, we now know what that is. I have it right here in my inventory. And this is just one of those sections where you look at this next cutscene, this one, and you go, oh yeah, that guy's totally not going to get up. I bet I'm going to go in there and that guy's going to stay down. So basically, as soon as you get in here, just put this guy down. Rebecca's new gun is going to make a quick work out of that guy. But also the other guy that was playing dead in this room will now be up. And that will also make quick work of him. I forgot how good her souped-up handgun is. It also, I think, it does more damage, I believe, but it also, I might be wrong about this. I think I'm not, though. It also gives her a better shot of achieving a headshot. Like, I think the chances of Rebecca getting a headshot are now greater with this gun, if I'm not mistaken. I also really like these parts like this where you have the characters split up feels like just a cooler, it just feels better. You know, instead of just having the two characters hanging out side by side, having two characters go through the same areas but different locations just makes more sense, and I think the game would be better if there were more sections like this. So we're going to grab that herb, and we're going to send them up to Rebecca because, you know, Billy's kind of dumb, and he doesn't know how to mix herbs. Look, I'm fairly certain in the section that you play as Ashley in Resident Evil 4, she mixes herbs. I'm pretty sure the section where you play as Steve in Code Veronica, you could probably mix herbs as Steve. So I'm saying that Billy is confirmed stupider than Steve, which is insane, because Steve is maybe the dumbest man alive. I mean, I get it. It works in the context of this game, because Rebecca's a medic, she would know how to do that. And it just gives the characters an edge over each other. Like, okay, Rebecca can mix herbs, Billy can't. It makes sense. I like it. But when you look at the overall Resident Evil series, it's like, Claire's just a college girl. How does she know how to mix herbs? You know, Ashley Graham. She's literally just some girl. So I didn't need to do this on my practice run. I did not need this herb. But I figured Let's Play Curse has been very bad so far. I'm going to take it with me just in case. Now, that's not to say I didn't get attacked on my practice run. I'm just saying it didn't kill me. So, I think this was a smarter idea to bring this herb with me. Because the room that we're going to go into is going to be very mean. It is going to bully us. Yeah, throw that key out. I wonder if there's anyone who's ever done a run of a Resident Evil game where they just, like, kept all the keys on them. Just to see if they can make it to the end of the game with every single key on their person. So, there are, once we get into this room, I'm going to try and position myself better. There are, come on, activate. Activate, damn it. There are 2 hunters in this room, which is not good. It took Billy and his shotgun to take down 2 hunters before. Now all we have is Rebecca and her little pistol, which, you know, is a good weapon, but Rebecca has shit health. And, you know, I don't know. Maybe not a ton of ammo to deal with these guys. We should probably heal now. That's, yeah. That little twofer hit, that was not good. I didn't like that. So you can make it through there. It's, you know, it's not impossible if you don't send her up there with a high-powered weapon, but you're gonna get hurt. You're gonna get hurt a lot. I was, like, so scared when I realized that I had to fight the 2 hunters. When I went in that room and I was like, oh my god, there's hunters in here, aren't there? So, not a good feeling. So again, you can pause and read this. There's a lot of good lore in here. And speaking of letters and memos and notes and stuff, we did read one in the last video that gave us a clue to a puzzle we are about to solve right now. I mean, not right now, but soon. We have that dial. We're going to send that back to Billy. Don't touch that dial now. That was fun last year when I played PT. I had a lot of fun with that. That was a fun video to make. That's probably one of my favorite videos on the channel, actually. I put a lot of... I know it doesn't look like it, but I actually put a lot of work into that video. And that's actually a fairly comprehensive guide to playing and beating PT. So, once again, we need this godforsaken hookshot. Just go back to wherever you left it and pick it back up. This fucking thing sucks. However, it will be good to know that this will be the final use of the hookshot, and then we can leave it behind forever. Forever and ever and ever. We never have to look at it again. I was gonna say earlier on that I think it's cool that Resident Evil 0 eventually made it onto a cartridge. Because, you know, it was supposed to be on N64, and then now it's on the Switch. But I don't think that's actually the case. I was gonna talk about that, like, oh, that's cool, that's like a cool full circle moment. But I'm pretty sure the Resident Evil Origins collection, which is Resident Evil 1 and 0 on the Switch, is just Resident Evil 1 on the cartridge. And Resident Evil 0 is a download code, which Capcom does a lot and is very bizarre. But yeah, that was a real missed opportunity. They should have put 0 on the cartridge. Just, that's such a cool moment. That would be so cool. I could be wrong, though, and maybe it is both of them on the cartridge. Let's look that up, actually. Resident Evil Origins Collection, Switch. Let's see. It doesn't say. Includes game cartridge for Resident Evil 0. Oh! It did make its way on a cartridge. Maybe I'll have to pick that up. That's pretty cool. So, we're going to just switch to Billy now, who is going to go touch that dial, even though PT tells him, do not touch that dial. I was never going to pick up the Origins collections, because it's like, I already have both the games on GameCube. I have Remake on Wii and PS4. But maybe I'll pick that up, because I think that's pretty cool. To be able to play Resident Evil 0 on a cartridge as it was originally intended to be played. So over here, we just place this dial in here, and it's a kind of a safe code type of deal. The password is 4863, which is just one of those passwords that's burned into my brain. I will always remember the password 4863.
Maybe I could use this.
Rebecca here, over.
Billy, I found something here that might make you happy. It's an aerial cable car.
Really? That's great. Now we can get out.
Yep, let's regroup as soon as possible. Over.
Roger.
I do follow a lot of Resident Evil people on Switch, and I've seen a lot of videos of, like, Resident Evil 0 loading very slowly on Switch, which doesn't really make sense, because if it's cartridge-based, it should be much faster. But that could just be the download version, I don't know. I'm not 100% certain. So, now we have another piece here. We're going to just have Billy pick this up, because he has the other kind of key component to this puzzle that we're going to do. And, now we can just switch to Rebecca and reunite these two pals. Also, I'm just going to say a lot of people ship Billy and Rebecca, which is, you know, fair enough. But I really don't think just because one's a guy and one's a girl doesn't necessarily mean that they have any kind of affection for each other. I think Rebecca cares for Billy, but I don't think it's a romantic care. I just think they're good buddies. I just think they're good friends. I don't ship anybody, basically, in any medium. The only two characters that I've ever shipped is Jill and Chris. And that's across every single thing that I'm a fan of. People get really way too out there when they talk about, like, shipping characters, which I don't quite understand. I'm the normal amount of fan of basically anything that I like. So we're going to drop the hook shot for good this time. We're going to walk through this door, and basically what we're going to do now is go pick up the items that we left behind, because this is... It's not really a point of no return, but I'm going to make it a point of no return. We're not coming back to any of these other areas. Also, I kind of fucked up here. I brought Billy up top because I, for some reason, just forgot that where we actually need to go is down below. So, I'm not going to make you look at this, so I'm just going to speed it up. Come on, speed it up! So yeah, that was a bit of an oopsie goof I just made there. So what I'm going to try and do is bring all of the ink ribbons with me. I'm going to bring, obviously we're going to bring Billy's grenade launcher. We're going to go grab, I think I put down the Magnum rounds, didn't I? We're going to go grab those. The Magnum rounds, especially, we're going to need those, boys, pretty soon. So, I think we have enough room for all this. Got the Magnum rounds. She's got 2 spots. Let's have her grab the ink ribbons, which I couldn't tell where they were, so I just wanted to verify that they were over here. But I think Billy was literally just standing on top of them, so I couldn't see them. So, yeah, there you go. Billy boy, I don't know what you're doing, dog. We're gonna pick up his grenade launcher. We actually do want Rebecca to have the grenade launcher right now. We're probably gonna keep her with that, actually, for a little bit. Because it's a very useful... Surprisingly useful, actually. I think this was one of the first times that I ever actually used the grenade launcher on a specific type of enemy. Oh, the whole reason I brought up the Switch thing in the first place, I don't know why, But I was about to talk about how, like, in Resident Evil 1 Remake, and I think this one too, they said, like, yeah, we didn't need to put in the door transitions. We just did because we figured, you know, it would be weird to not have them in a Resident Evil game. Give the option to skip them, honestly. This game in particular, for whatever reason, the doors just really annoy me in this game. So, we're just going to have Billy activate this guy. No big deal. This is why I didn't want to do this first. Just because I feel like, this activates something. I guess all you have to do is you have to go to the cable car anyway to activate it, so I wouldn't have been in danger, but just in case. So this save was actually the smartest thing I've ever done in this Let's Play, because I did a major fuck up. We're gonna give Billy my gun because I left my gun in a place where you can't retrieve it, so I had to redo like an hour of gameplay because I lost that gun. So thankfully I had that safety save there, and we're gonna give Billy the gun. He's gonna keep hold of it until we need it again. So right now we're gonna just go over here. So of course we gotta deal with the Mimicry Marcus now. This is another thing, Let's Play Curse kicked in here. I got hit, and then I got grabbed. That didn't happen even a single time when I was practicing it. So, blow him up. He is still going to be an issue. If he blows up, you're gonna see here, those leeches that he shot out are a projectile. Those can attack you. Not only can they do damage to Rebecca, they can also stay on her, I think, and continuously do damage. So, you want to avoid that. I'm very annoyed that we're going into this next part damaged, but what are you going to do? No, not the hook shot, god damn it. I don't want the hook shot. Pick up the breaker. No, not the hook shot. Fucking thing sucks. Please. Not the hook shot. Thank you. I don't know how this happened. I guess the leeches are just dicks, and they were like, we're gonna remove this from the panel as a joke. Just to impede Rebecca's progress. Like, that seems pretty intentional, right? Like, that wasn't an accident that those leeches did that. Bye-bye, hookshot. We will never be seeing you again. Asshole. I'm taking up 2 spots. So now all we gotta do is go into the cable car. Which I know, right? Cable car, just like Resident Evil 2, that's kind of wacky, huh? So I'm actually going to end this video in the cable car, not on a save. Which is not usually how I've been doing this, but this gentleman over here, he has a Magnum for us. And with that, all we have to do is activate the cable car, and I will see you in the next video where we find out just where this leads.